Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you all good. Welcome to the daily current affairs. And first of all, happy Friendship Day to all. In our childhood, we celebrate our Friendship Day by giving the greetings to our friends and going to their houses. But nowadays, as it is a digital world, we are celebrating it in the digital itself, like sending messages, sending pictures. So I suggest you that to take a time and go and meet your friend. Not only today, if you get time, go and meet up your friends and hang out with them. Okay, let's start. Today, 1st of August, we observe International Mountain Climbing Day. And this day is observed in honor of the mountaineers who are Bobby Matthews and Josh Madigan. These two friends who climbed the 46 high peaks of New York State's Adirondack Mountains. And in order of in honor of these mountaineers, we observe International Mountain Climbing Day. Next one, August 1st to 7th. That is the first week of August. We observe World Breastfeeding Day, and this World Breastfeeding Week. And we observe, and the theme of this week is protect breastfeeding, a shared responsibility. And the importance of this week to observe this week is spread the about the awareness and the awareness about the breastfeeding and the importance of the mother's milk. Actually, this week is celebrated in the long years, that is about 30 years back in the 1990s, by the WHO and UNICEF were combined to celebrate it world as the August first week as World Breastfeeding Week. And these two organizations observed to support the breastfeeding and the actions on the breastfeeding and the related issues about it. Here, the UNICEF is a United Nations Children's Emergency Fund, and the headquarters is at New York, and the head of UNICEF is H4A. Here, the WHO means World Health Organization, which is headquartered at Geneva, Switzerland. Next one, July 28th, we observe World Hepatitis Day, and the theme of Hepatitis Day is Hepatitis Can't Wait. Here, the hepatitis means the inflammation of liver, which means the swelling of the liver. And this day is on July 28th, we observe this day is uh, to spread the awareness to the people on the hepatitis disease, and and the needed and it should be the WHO also said that it should be eliminate the hepatitis by the year 2030. Next one, July 29, which is International Tiger Day, and the theme of International Tiger Day is their survival is in our hands. Actually, we observe this day from the year 2010, where the f- to raise the awareness about the tiger conservations, and it is observed from 2010 at the St. Petersburg Tiger Summit. And the main significance of this day is to promote the awareness of the protection of the natural habitats of tiger, and raise the public awareness to support the tiger conservation issues. And this day is also observed to prevent the animal from becoming the extinct from the nature. However, the 70% of the tiger population we observe globally in India itself, where in India total there are 51 tiger reserves in our nation. If we see the census, of the year 2018, the tiger population is doubled in the 4 years according to the 2018 census. To protect these animals and to prevent the tigers from extinction, we observed July 29 as International Tiger Day. Next one. Senior IPS officer Nazir Kamal has been appointed as the Director General of BCAS. Here, the BCAS means Bureau of Civil Aviation Security. And here, Nazir Kamal is appointed as the Director General of BCAS. This BCAS security is under the Ministry of Civil Aviation. Next one. Vice Admiral S.N. Gormade assumed charge as the Chief of Naval Staff. Here, now the Vice Chief of Naval Staff is S.N. Gormade. The former Vice Chief is G. Ashok Kumar. And the Chief of the Naval Staff is Admiral Karambir Singh. And we observe the Navy Day on 4th of December. Next one. Lieutenant General Tarun Kumar Chawla will assume the appointment of the Director General of Artillery. Here the Chief of Army is Manoj Mukund Narwane. And he take the Tarun Kumar Chawla take as the charge of Director General from Lieutenant General K. Ravi Prasad, who served for the country for about 39 years. And we observe Army Day on 15th of January. Next one. Union Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurated the Greater Sohra Water Supply Scheme at Sohra in East Kashi Hills, which is located at Meghalaya. And the scheme is made by the Meghalaya government with a amount of 24 crores, and it is sanctioned by the Development of Northeastern Region which Ministry, which is under Kishan Reddy. And the Meghalaya Chief Minister of Meghalaya is Kornad K. Sangma, and the Governor is Satyapal Malik. Next one. CRPF has signed an MOU with Center for Development of Advanced Computing, that is CDAC. Here the Central Reserve Police Force has signed an MOU with the CDAC to train the manpower of the force, to train the people in the working in that force in advanced technologies, to develop to train about the advanced technologies. This MOU is signed between the CRPF and CDAC. And this advanced technologies like IoTs, about the cyber securities, and about the artificial intelligence, etc. Recently we have also seen that CRPF chief, that is Kuldeep Singh, has been taken as the additional charge of Director General of NIA, National Investigation Agency. And here the Kuldeep Singh replaces the YC Modi. Next, and if we also see that about the CRPF, that is India's largest central reserve. The CRPF is India's largest central armed police force, which is under the Ministry of Home Affairs of Government of India. And if we talk about the CDAC, that is Center for Development of Advanced Computing, it is an Indian autonomous scientific society which is under the Ministry of MeitY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. And this ministry is under Ashwini Vaishnaw. Next one. Sweden has accepted the framework agreement for the ISA, that is International Solar Alliance. And this headquarters of ISA is at Gurugram, Haryana, and the Director General is Ajay Mathur. And the International Solar Alliance is of consists of 121 countries, which is initiated by the India, and the Sweden is also now a member of this ISA, and it is aimed at the promoting of the renewable energy and the sustainable development. Recently, we have also seen that Denmark has signed the framework agreement with ISA. And if we see about the solar energy, Singapore unveils the world's biggest floating solar power farms, which is cover about a size of 45 football fields. And we have also seen that recently India has set up the country's single largest solar park at Gujarat, that is at Ran of Kutch. And the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy is under Rajkumar Singh, that is RK Singh. And the capital of Sweden is Stockholm, and the currency is krona. And the PM of Sweden is Stefan Löfven. Next one. IOC is to build the country's first green hydrogen plant at Mathura refinery. Here, the Indian Oil Corporation, the chairman of IOC is at Shrikant Madhav Vaidya. And this IOC is under the ownership of Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, which is under Hardeep Singh Puri. And the IOC set up this green hydrogen plant to focus on its core refining and the fuel marketing business into the petrochemicals, hydrogen, electric mobility over the next 10 years. So it is set up a green hydrogen plant at Mathura refinery. Next one. The Kakatiya Rudreshwara temple has been inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That is Ramappa, which is in Telangana, has inscribed as a UNESCO's World Heritage Site. And now the Ramappa became the India's 39th World Heritage Site, which is constructed in the year in 13th century by the architect called Ramappa. After his name Ramappa, this temple, Kakatiya Rudreshwara temple, has named as Ramappa. It is famous by the Ramappa name itself, which is located in Telangana. Here, the UNESCO means United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. And this organization is aimed at the promoting the world peace and security through international cooperations in like educations in the sciences and the culture. And the headquarters of UNESCO is at Paris, France, and the Director General of UNESCO is Audrey Azoulay. Next one. In Madhya Pradesh, Gwalior and Orcha cities have been selected by UNESCO under Historic Urban Landscape Project. Here, the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh is Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and the Governor is Mangubai C. Patel. And these two, Gwalior and Orcha, are the cities in the South Asian region have been recognized by the UNESCO's Historic Urban Landscape Project. Next one. PM Modi, there is Narendra Modi to be the first Indian Prime Minister to preside over UNSC meeting, which means he is the first Indian political leadership who has invested uh, uh, in presiding over the UNSC meeting, that is United Nations Security Council, which is going to be held on August 9th in New Delhi. And in this meeting, this meeting is overtook from presidency from the France for the month of August. And in this meeting, the prime minister is going to be uh, p- going to be speak about the issues, the maritime security and the peacekeeping of the countries and the counter terrorism. And the next one, by this we can say our prime minister Narendra Modi is the first prime Indian prime minister to preside the United Nations Security Council meeting. And if we talk about the countries, there are total 15 countries will be there in the UNSC, in which the 5 countries are the permanent countries and the 10 are non-permanent countries. The 5 permanent members are China, France, Russia, United Kingdom, and United States. These 5 are the permanent countries. If we talk about the India joined in the January 2021 itself for the 2-year term of uh, as a non-permanent member of UNSC. Next one, Cyrus Poonawalla named as recipient of Lokmanya Tilak National Award. Here, the Cyrus Poonawalla is the founder and the chairperson of Serum Institute of India, that is SII, which is headquartered in Pune. And this Lokmanya Tilak Award is given to Cyrus Poonawalla as an honor of his work during the pandemic, where he helped so many people by manufacturing the vaccine called Covishield, and he also been came forward to manufacture the different way vaccines at the affordable prices. Actually, this award should be given on the August 1st itself, but due to the pandemic, this award is uh, this award is going to given to Cyrus Poonawalla on August 13. Next one, veteran multilingual actor Jayanti passed away at the age of 76. Uh, and she she was an actor, serial actor who Hindi serial actor. She was passed away at in Bangalore due to the age related issues. Thank you everyone. Stay safe, stay strong.